Hello. Well, so perfume. Well, maybe um well, business people should be creative in these challenging times. For instance, those who produce alcoholics, well, they in Belgium now started to produce disinfectant gels for hospitals. It's because, yeah, the important things are to keep distance, and also when you have touched a surface like a garbage bin, whatever surface, please disinfect your hands before you touch it, and then after you touch it disinfect your hands, because usually you put your hands to your face, and then the virus can go from the surface to your hand and from your hand to your face, and once it's in your mouth or your nose, it goes down the virus to your lungs, and then you get sick. And so it's better to wash your hands, because then uh, especially after touching certain surfaces. So but we need disinfectants for the hospitals, and in Belgium, even the sugar refineries, instead of producing sugar, just start to produce alcohol. They can perfectly do this. They still produce the sugar, but they also produce uh, alcoholic disinfectants. And a brewery can do it, a gin brewery, whatever. Those who brew whiskey, they all can make disinfectants. So to increase production, those. But then, so it seems that once you have corona, you lose your smell. So I would suggest everybody to put flowers in the house every day, but that's maybe a bit complicated. And once you don't smell them anymore, you know you are a risk to others because you know you are infected. Of course, if you have corona test, but maybe do the test yourself. Once you lose your smell, because now I am healed, and the point where you are healed, some doctors say it's the point where you can smell again. Well, there is a problem with smell. In this hotel, on street level, they have like 6 floors, well, 7 or 8, but um, the apartment building next doors has 6 apartments above the ground floor. And this building, where is a shopping center, a car park, and this hotel also has suites for long stay with the kitchen like a hotel on the front of the building. But they have built on top a seventh floor, um, where which stretches out all above the shopping center and the car park. But that is an extra floor, and my room is just in the corner at the back near street level, and the chimney of the building next doors is just at the same level. And in an old property I own, um, the tenant had a problem with the hotel next door, and we got a fine from City Hall, an infraction on the regulation, because the chimney should come out above the roof, and then you have less smell. But if the chimney is not above the room, you have this smell. And so, but this level, but they put everybody, because there was not enough persons. They put us all on the seventh floor, but because, yeah, the hotel is quite empty, it's serviced apartments, but it's 4 star. But yeah, I mean, it's so disgusting, this smell here. And of course, when I was ill in the beginning, well, I accepted it, but now I really want to go. But I'm not going yet home. also there was maybe the hotel was going to close, they said. So I had a backup option, and I had called a B&B of a friend, and somebody, well, a woman, she's divorced, or well, she published the decease of her ex-husband or something. She has two daughters, and she's my age, and well, um, she has two properties, and her father is a doctor, her grandfather is a doctor, or was a doctor. He probably is dead now. But so one property I went in at 2 p.m. today with the code, and she has four rooms there, a kitchen, an outside terrace. So, and well, I don't know about Wi-Fi in her place. Probably she has it, but yeah, we will see. Um, yeah, maybe I can film there too. I don't know. I will see. And so yeah, that is what is happening. Um, and yeah, my family, they want me to return home. But anyway, so perfume, if you can smell, I don't have perfume here right now, and yeah, I can't go to a shop. But so if you can smell it, it's okay, you are healed. But if you lose your smell, it means you are ill with a virus infection of corona, or another flu. Uh, So that's what doctors say. It's worth investigating. Um, what also happens, I know the Bill Gates Foundation gave 2.5 billion to researchers in Leuven, which is the big university city in Belgium, Leuven, one of the oldest universities in Europe. And so I know the first employee of Microsoft in Europe, um, his wife is Belgian. She was a very good friend of my mother when they were in 1968 in Paris. And so there she met this Frenchman, and he went working at the university in Leuven. And then he was picked up by Bill Gates. And well, so there is a link between Gates and Leuven. But, and well, I think Belgium produces 40% of vaccines in the world. 40% for one small country. 40%. Even Johnson and Johnson, their virus division, infection division, is in Antwerp, in Beerse. That's the company of Paul Janssens. Um, that was a scientist who invented all kinds of medicine. But when research budgets became so large, it was taken over by Johnson and Johnson. But Mr. Stoffelen, he is still at the upper management of Johnson and Johnson, but he's Belgian. And those guys really, Mr. Stoffelen, they can produce product lines for a billion viruses to build factories, and also they have an assembly line for the the vaccination. So they did it for all kind of viruses already, where they had built the appropriate vaccine. And well, I think because yeah, those guys, they are intellectuals. They don't ask for money, but normally they can manage, and they just do their thing. But now I think they're gonna have lots of expenses, and I think it would be wise to send some money to Beerse and those places that yeah, in Belgium, send money to Belgium to have the research for the virus done. um, that's a good idea. um, and so yeah, perfume should be used to, yeah, there is no testing. There is different kind of testing for virus. You can test if you have it, but later in the blood they can test if you have the antibodies. So yeah, it's quite a lot of things. I'm not tested, but yeah, I'm confident I had some kind of well, probably the corona infection, uh, but already, oh, let's say like 10 days ago, so I'm much better now. Um, so yeah, oh, it's complicated times, and well, I'm up now, and yeah, I feel my eyes is really got a little bit infected, and I'm so sure it's from the bad smell. And how it's always the same, eh? They bribe functionaries, politicians, then they have a building license for the hotel on top of a car park, and then the chimneys is not right, and but they don't respect any rules. And now I have an infection on my eye, and yeah, I mean I have to go away here, and yeah, I find it a bit disgusting that well, of course, yeah, they put me in this room. I can ask for another room. They just changed my bed and my linen here. They do it once a week. I didn't ask for another room. I was most happy to come here because, yeah, I really wanted to be out of the house 74 hours, 72 hours before they arrive. I even took some reserve. I slept here already last Tuesday. I did sleep here. So from Tuesday, Friday evening, Saturday evening, Sunday evening, Monday evening, Tuesday evening. Today is Wednesday evening. So I had booked already Wednesday evening because last Wednesday I arrived here, and so today is Wednesday 25th, I think. And so I think the 17th I was already here, but I entered the first night I paid, but I didn't sleep here. Was still sleeping in the family house. So, but so they told me I can go out anytime I want. So they are very kind. And yeah, but I'm going to open the window again a bit and see. Of course, last weekend it was very, very windy, and then of course you have less smell. But it's so amazing. Um, of course, it's only one room in the whole hotel, and yeah, they reserved it for the corona patient. But I was honest to tell them that I had the disease. Being honest is, yeah, nice, but yeah, I could have shut up. And then maybe I got a better room, not the one with the bad smell. But yeah, it's not always so fair to be not honest. Can also bring you into kinds of trouble. But yeah, now my eye is really not so funny. But tomorrow morning I will be gone. In the day, of course, I'm in the office and then it heals. But now it's 3 a.m. and I have slept a bit, watched BBC, and well, I still wanted to make a video. I can do it with my left hand side, and well, it's challenging times, but emotionally I'm fine. And yeah, I've been watching the stock market. It's most crazy. I knew I bought BP when it was very low. 6 months later, it sold it to double when the Deepwater Horizon exploded. In the financial crisis of 2008, I bought Boeing stock at 30. It never went below 29 and sold it 6 months later for 75. But now I don't know. Boeing was 90 and today it was 170. In the beginning of the week it was like 90 and now it's 170. How is that possible? Bazookas, whatever, I don't understand. How can Boeing stock rise 30% in one day? Of course, I sold them 375 with a loss. when the plane crashed, I decided to get rid.